Right, and if you use this spell here, what it'll do is it'll cast an enchantment on all the enemies and therefore make their armour invalid. Very useful spell, something I really like. Oh my god, did he just stab me? Yes, he stabbed me.
Hey, dude.
Oh, Rob! How end of episode. How are you doing?
Well, I was just thinking we could maybe film a real-time episode today.
Yes, yeah, real time. Yeah.
You've forgotten what a real-time is, haven't you?
No, of course not. No, it's what gypsies give to kids. Yeah. Roll titles. Well, this is some nice deja vu.
It's been a while since I've heard that music. How did we start these episodes again?
We usually point our finger because that does stuff. And yeah, real time, welcome guys!
Yeah, I forgot what the name was.
Sorry about our absence, guys. We've been very busy in reality. In other words, this guy got a job. There was no good films really on for a while, and I was lazy.
But on the plus side, Happy Easter!
Call that an egg? Now that's an Easter egg.
Check.
Mate.
Now, as you all probably know, in the past 2 weeks, 2 of the year's biggest superhero films have been released. Captain America: The Winter Soldier.
And The Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Both of them being sequels to their respective characters.
If you don't count, of course, the Avengers.
Yeah, this would be Captain America's second film.
We'll call it their second Avengers, and the Avengers was a fancy little side adventure where Captain America was and Spider-Man decided to be absent for.
Yeah.
Still not happy about that, Sony.
So, what we're going to do today is we're going to put them head to head. And one other thing, we're not going to give away any important spoilers.
Yeah, so no spoilers, guys.
I joined S.H.I.E.L.D. to protect people. Captain, to build a better world sometimes means tearing the old one down. And that makes enemies.
So, Captain America: The Winter Soldier picks up a fair time after the events of the Avengers has finished. Basically, the Captain is now in Washington working for S.H.I.E.L.D.
And he's quite a big shot in S.H.I.E.L.D., except just not as big shotty as Nick Fury. Big shotty's a word, by the way.
Yeah, he is a big shot. And although he's kind of comfortable with the work that he does, what he finds trouble with is people having their own agendas within S.H.I.E.L.D., which comes to light in terms of the plot. And basically, it's mainly a S.H.I.E.L.D. related film, which I like about it.
Yeah, it's more like, if I had to describe it, it's what Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., the television series, should have been.
So, with The Winter Soldier, you had the returning cast of Captain America, obviously.
Nick Fury.
Scarlett Johansson as Black Widow.
And pretty much all of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Apart from that, new additions, you've got Sam, aka Falcon, who was a really good addition, I thought.
No, he's a very witty, charming character, and he's one of the reasons why Marvel films are so good.
Yeah, and then you've got Alexandra Pierce, played by Robert Redford, who is Nick Fury's boss. Now, you can't imagine Samuel Jackson taking orders from anyone.
Yeah, you just don't boss Samuel Jackson, he bosses you. He bossed those snakes on the plane.
Chris Evans, I thought he gave Captain America loads of development with his character.
I think he was a brilliant choice for Captain America in the first place.
Because
even if he was CGI'd onto a weedy body in the first film.
Because I liked him in the Fantastic Four, but obviously he's playing a completely different character. And with the Avengers, I think Captain America is the deepest character, because he's got so much on his shoulders.
He's got to focus on the fact that everything's changed now.
Yeah.
All the people he knew back from his old days are either dead or really old.
Yeah.
And they make sure to show that in the film.
And Chris Evans plays it well, how he's struggling to come to terms with the modern world. Scarlett Johansson is amazing as usual, and I'm not talking about visually, but she's got some funny lines. Her and the Cap have some really good moments
There's some good
together.
banter between all the characters, actually.
Yeah.
All the dialogue flowed naturally, like it would realistically.
Samuel Jackson was his usual awesome self, but then again, what else do you expect from this man?
And finally, there's a lot of nods to the Avengers, like showing that the world isn't self-contained. Though it does make. I always ask this question with every Avengers film: where the heck are the rest of them when all this stuff goes down?
And I feel we should just touch on briefly the actual Winter Soldier. I mean, we won't reveal any details about his character because you can't tell much from the trailer.
But he's a good character.
Yeah, and the bloke who plays him really well. And if you've seen the film, you know exactly what we're talking about.
Felt very assassin-like.
Yeah, which I liked.
Alright, let's move on to Amazing Spider-Man 2 then.
You know what it is I love about being Spider-Man? Everything.
Amazing Spider-Man 2 continues pretty much straight off from when Amazing Spider-Man 1 left off. Spider-Man's now more well known, he's more accepted by society, or some of society, as a vigilante. And the story more focuses not on Spider-Man, kicking some butt, but more of Peter Parker's mindset as he tries to find out what happened to his father, but let alone maintain a normal life and be Spider-Man at the same time.
And of course, seeing Gwen Stacy, whom he broke a promise to a dying father. That was the one thing that annoyed me about the first film, was that it was, keep Gwen out of this, she's in danger. Okay, those are the promises I like to break, but...
But on the bright side, though, it really focuses on this aspect really well. Like, you see Peter Parker, aka Andrew Garfield, really show Peter's suffering throughout the whole film. It's really believable.
They really grew his character in this film, which I was really surprised at.
He was more natural this time. Like, he interacted with other characters like his aunt, Gwen Stacy, or just the police force, like, more naturally. It
felt real.
More real than the first film. Well, he just felt more like Peter Parker, when he's confident, and that's what this film's focusing on.
And in terms of enemies in this film, basically Jamie Foxx plays a guy called Max, whom after a accident, I won't reveal any details, becomes Electro, and I'll sort of leave it there because, you don't want to know.
And of course there's also the Norman Osborn's son, aka
Harry Osborn.
That's it, Harry Osborn, I forgot.
Now, when we saw the trailer and we actually got a look at him, I couldn't help but think about James Franco's portrayal as Harry Osborn, which I really liked, and he just kind of looked like a emo version of him.
But no, this guy, Harry Osborn, was very good. I'm not going to go into details over his character's arc. Both Max, so aka Electro, and Green Goblin are very relatable. You look into their characters, they're not just, ha ha ha, I'm evil because I have power.
Yeah.
You kind of learn to understand their characters in more depth, and that's what makes Amazing Spider-Man 2, I think, in terms of characters, really well done. And it's not just Peter Parker who's a great character, the villains are as well. But overall, great interaction between characters, whether it's villain and hero, or just, supporting characters. Everything on it was brilliant.
Oh, one thing I do feel I need to bring up is Stan Lee's cameos. In The Amazing Spider-Man 2, it's an okay cameo. It's more or less just one close-up and one line.
I think cameos are not something you need to judge, really, for Stan Lee.
But this is Marvel. But I've got to say, Captain America, that is his best ever cameo. That was
actually Amazing Spider-Man 1's his best cameo.
That's
because he's listening to music, and the Lizard and Spider-Man are wrecking crap up behind him, and he doesn't notice.
Captain America's better. Action! Explosions! And no Michael Bay in sight whatsoever. So, they wouldn't be superhero films without action.
The action sequences. And that's where actually both Captain America and Amazing Spider-Man still stand very strong to this day.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
I guess you'd say Captain America's more choreographed, whilst Spider-Man's definitely more CGI.
Yeah.
But I think if we're talking in terms of sequences, they're all well pulled off.
One thing I do, in a way, prefer about Captain America, in terms of action sequences, was a lot more of them, they're a lot more real, like they would have actually done them on set, whereas, like you say, Spider-Man, it's mostly CG, but obviously you can't have Andrew Garfield swinging around and Jamie Foxx being electrocuted.
One sec.
Coming in like a wrecking ball. Oh, for God's sake, you had to bring... Oh god, I mean, with
Both
Captain...
still CGI filled though.
Oh yeah, but the Amazing Spider-Man needed more CGI for the obvious reason. But with Captain America, it had to follow the wartime epic action sequences of the first film, the amazing sequences of the Avengers, and I think it did it perfectly.
It collaborated in both. There's lots of scenes that stick in my head. I'm going to mention a scene from the trailer here, so there's no spoilers. But there's a bit where Captain America is taking out a helicarrier, and helicarriers tend to fly, and he's quite grounded. And there's just a sequence where he jumps onto the helicarrier, throws his shield, destroys the helicarrier, jumps off it, and lands back on his bike. Moments like that are what define it as a superhero film.
It's so epic.
It's bloody epic. But yeah, that's enough spoiler territory. That's not really spoilerish. Whilst
So good.
going on to Spider-Man territory,
Equally amazing
Because-
set pieces.
the characters are more supernatural in this one. They're like, I mean, Electro's a man made of electricity. That kind of says it all, really.
He's an intergalactic smurf
The
who shoots
fights
electricity.
are mostly, for the most part, are CGI'd, with the exception of some bits and bobs. But overall, the CGI is very realistic and well pulled off. It's usually used for Spider-Man's Spidey senses.
The slow motion bits are amazing. They look so well
They are
done.
really well done, and that's pretty much what you want in a Spider-Man film, is when his spider senses are going off. And that's when you get epic CGI.
I mean, to be fair, when you compare the two, Spider-Man is a lot more flamboyant in terms of action sequences, and to be fair to the filmmakers, they literally went with that and just took it off
They
the scale.
pulled it off. I think if Marvel Studios did have the rights to Spider-Man...
Oh, could you
Yeah,
imagine how much
that-
better the Avengers would have been if Spider-Man was in
it
it?
would have been much better if he was in it.
Damn you, Sonny.
Great action. I
From
think
both
they
films.
are both on par in terms of action sequences.
Let's move on. So, so considering that we can't really say this film's better than this film, we're going to boil it down to personal opinion of which one we...
Yes, guys, we're copping out. We're copping
Yes,
out
we're
here.
copping out. This is totally the X Factor. We cop out like hell.
Gold buzzer. Anyway, I think in terms of personal opinion, I prefer... Oh, fudge. I prefer Spider-Man for villains and characters, but Captain America for action and boobs.
Mind you, you do spend quite a lot of time seeing Scarlett Johansson in a nice black leather outfit.
There you go. There you go. I like them both equally for those reasons I've mentioned.
So you're copping out. You can't choose between the two.
Shut up. Shut up.
Okay, well...
I guess technically I raised more good points about Amazing Spider-Man 2, but it's got the surprise factor for me.
Because we didn't expect it to be as good.
I knew I would enjoy it, but just not to that level. And I knew when I went to Captain America it was going to be freaking amazing.
Yeah, I'm going to make it a lot easier. I prefer Captain America, but that's
Fair enough,
literally by the smallest of margins. It's like how much we preferred, what was it called? Despicable Me 2 to Frozen last year. It's literally just marginal. So, before the Spider-Man fans get on my back, we really liked it. But yeah, if I was going to see either two of them again, Captain America for me, that's the first film that's almost been as good as the Avengers.
I'll watch them both. I'll Blu-ray them both.
Yeah.
Problem solved.
Yeah.
They're both great films. Don't be on the fence for either, regardless if Sony owns Spider-Man.
Grrr. So I guess the last thing to say is the next proper big cinema release is probably going to be X-Men Days of Future Past, which if you've seen my solo trailer reaction, you'll know that I'm really excited for.
You can have your solo video. But you don't have a solo account.
What'd you say?
Huh? Nothing.
Little does he know that I have released my own YouTube channel.
What? You've released your own YouTube channel?
You can read my thoughts?
Well, no, actually, you're just thinking incredibly loudly.
You know how creepy that is when you do that, Rob.
Yeah.
But no, I have not released my own YouTube channel, which is conveniently in the corner there, called Cascoffy. It's a channel made for Let's Plays, which I have not made, where I play lots of video games and talk over the commentary with like funny, not so funny, witty remarks. Totally not made a new YouTube channel without you. Legit stuff, legit stuff.
So anyway, if you'd like to see Kyle's new channel, which I will soon be appearing in, So that's a nice little incentive for you to watch. You can find the link in the description down there. If you like this video on this channel,
then please like the video, please comment, and if you want to see more from us, then please subscribe to us. We're always making new content.
Anyway,
us.
If you've got any differing opinions on which film you prefer, then let us know. I mean, we like a friendly debate.
Oh, no. Come on, rant at us. I'll write back with Cat's Coffee. So you can click the link and watch my videos.
God's sake, this is just a cash cow for you, isn't it? God's sake, I'm going to be the only one left on Reeltime. Next time on Reeltime. Yeah, I'm doing Reeltime in my car. And what of it? It's my show now. Carl's not here to tell me otherwise. Yeah. I'm happy.
Where do we start off with this? We're going to go back to head to...
Go back to what?
Head to head.
Oh.
And we're going to compete the two. Compete the...
Now I'm sure as you
outtakes.
Now I'm sure everyone should know. Damn it.
Film was seen. So when we went in to watch Amazing Spider-Man 2,
my expectations weren't high.
I had high expectations. Don't object to me!